Hello from Paris. There's a demonstration supporting the protests in Iran, so let's check it out. Alice, hello.
Hello, Vincent Lapierre. Thank you very much for coming, because there aren't that many media outlets here to cover this kind of demonstration. It's pretty crazy, honestly.
I saw that. And you? Why are you here? Me?
I came to really support the Iranian women. It's something we've been doing from the beginning with the Nemesis Collective, because today they are under pressure and are victims of Islamic oppression. We saw the far left also helped enable Islamic oppression. Didn't Iran allow the mullahs to take power? And of course, first of all, we have the feeling that in France something a bit similar could happen. When we see how the far left has a fascination with Islamism and an enormous tolerance for it, even though it's supposed to be secular, that's the first thing I want to denounce. We increasingly see activists from Muslim Brotherhood networks, especially on La France Insoumise lists. This also leads to my next point. We are dealing with a regime that is a clerical regime, isn't it, in Iran? Why is it that today in France the Muslim Brotherhood is not considered a terrorist organization, while many countries like Argentina have just started doing so? And third, where are the feminists? Many people are quick to criticize white, cisgender, heterosexual men over 50, as well as overly macho barbecues. Sandrine Rousseau is present, but where is she when it comes to Iranian women? For instance, a law in Iran this summer allowed girls as young as 8 to be married. Where is Sandrine Rousseau? She's absent. Well, we're here, and we're here to explain that we don't accept that we want to improve the situation for women no matter the country. We're not left-wing or trying to save everyone. We focus on women, but this is what's in the news now. We need to be involved, since left-wing feminist groups are completely silent, which is criminal.
Hello, sir. Why are you here?
No, because I'm going to Iran soon. They'll ask me questions. I'll blur you.
Why? Is talking dangerous if we go to Iran?
Of course, you're not aware of what's happening in Iran. Yeah, well, that's why I have family there. I don't want to either.
Can happen. Tell me. I'm not filming you right now. Look.
I'm afraid because I don't know what will happen. This is not the time to make comments like that against the regime, to go to Iran. By the way, I'm here to support the protesters so that the massacre stops in Iran. That's it. Everything on television is true.
But we're sure about those numbers?
No, I don't have any numbers. They're talking about 3. It goes from 3 to 20,000 killed. So we'll figure out how many it is. The range is wide. Yes, apparently the official number is 3,000, but 3,000...
That's a lot?
That's huge. It's a bit crazy. And you...
Do you, for example, compared to the Shah of Iran, do you want his son to come back?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Still, having the cat's son wouldn't be democracy.
Why isn't it democracy?
Iran was a monarchy, not a democracy.
He's still the one who built modern Iran. Modern Iran. We owe it to his father, and he's the heir, but he doesn't claim to be the cat.
So what does he want then?
He just wants to be a guide so that people can be free and choose their government, their type.
Do you think he could establish democracy?
Of course he's a Democrat. Why would he want to kill people? That's not possible. Why wouldn't he kill?
But I said establish a dictatorship. That's possible. Oh, wow.
Not at all.
Okay, no. Because the cat was a monarchy, so I thought maybe he wants to become...
We didn't understand why the cat is given all these things. It's normal that if there are terrorists in France, what does the government do? Yes.
It fights against heroism.
Oh, well, the cat was doing that. It's normal. He wanted to bring communists, Islamists. Oh, well, that's what he wanted. Well, the cat was stopping him. Oh, well, we thank him for saving us at least 30 years, 40 years.
Oh, really? But ma'am, let's get to the bottom of things if you don't mind. The cat, they say he was put in place by the Americans when Mossadegh was overthrown by the CIA, and so the cat was a puppet of the Americans.
The Islamic regime who brought it?
I don't know. Here,
the French brought it.
Oh, yes, you think so? Oh, well.
I think so. It's history, isn't it?
We had to step back because Vanilla...
She wasn't happy. What could happen to you? That's what I'd like to understand. I don't know.
They can arrest me, take my passport, and that's it. Are you joking? These aren't just stories. When they shoot at people, 3 people side by side, when they shoot at them, do you think they'll hesitate to arrest people? No, what's happening is serious. Well...
Just one question. You yourself, you left Iran. You were born there, yes. And why did you leave? So...
No, originally it was to come and study, but I left Iran in the 20s. It's not the same at all. I have no political activity in Iran. I have family there. I go there regularly.
What does she say to you, her?
They're just watching and waiting, staying apolitical. The family is hiding out until it passes.
But does the regime have any domestic support or not?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, yes, very much so.
The people who support the regime, yes?
Yes, there is a good portion. It's not insignificant.
Look at the portrait of the Shah of Iran's son. Reza by life. I notice you're showing the Shah's son's portrait.
That's right, yes. So what?
Tell me why. So,
His father, whether you know him or not, built Iran and laid its foundations. Then, during the revolution, he was suddenly kicked out. The Iranian people, or I don't know who did it, but now we want him to come back. That's it.
we could tell you from a purely Western point of view that he's a monarch, that it's a monarchy. No, it's just replacing one dictatorship with another.
No, not at all. Actually, right now, he's our so-called leader, and he's the one keeping the movement against the regime going. That's all. Afterwards, once the regime is gone, then it's the Iranian people who will decide on the next system, whether it's a republic or, I don't know, a monarchy or whatever you say.
So you're saying he doesn't actually want to start a monarchy?
Exactly, that's it. You understood very well.
Do you think that would be a solution?
So yes, just like his father and his grandfather.
It's in their blood, family for life. It's really in their blood. They were there to build Iran, and since they left, you can see what's happened over 47 years. We're miserable. That's the result of kicking them out.
Someone might say it's misery due to the blockade and American opposition to the regime.
Actually, the real problem is still the regime. So everything that's happening today, the financial problems and everything that comes with it, that's really the root of the problem, the regime. So as soon as the regime is gone and the father of life comes home, everything will be fine. There you go. It will take time, but everything will be fine.
Do you have hope?
Yes, we have a lot of hope.
From a French perspective, we see the regime survives mainly through terror, shooting at crowds and similar actions, but it endures. In any case, that's the impression it gives.
We need help.
12,000 dead in 2 days, and in total there were about 50,000 deaths. It's a massacre. What they did is incomprehensible.
Yes, and they don't want to be overthrown. That makes sense, right?
They don't want to leave, that's exactly it. Yes?
That's why we need help. We need help. And the people who are inside Iran, they're calling for us to help them. They even called out Trump's name. They even named a street after him in Iran, in Tehran, exactly because we had hope that they would come to help us. And now today, unfortunately, he has turned his back.
What we can say now is, aren't you worried Iran might come under American control? The Shah was installed after Mossadegh by a coup d'etat, reportedly involving the CIA. Aren't you afraid that Iran will fall under the control of the United States?
If there is a price to pay for the country to be free, we are ready to pay it. It's not a problem, but it's just the beginning. Every revolution has a price, and if that's today's cost, it's fine.
Okay, so now the protest is heading towards the Trocadero in front of the Eiffel Tower. It's a moving protest. That's not practical for filming since you need to do interviews while walking. Thomas. The flag with the lion, that's the flag of the monarchy, the Shah's monarchy. It's normally the flag of the Islamic Republic of Iran. It has a small symbol with a sword, a saber. We're here so that you worry.
I'm French, my partner is Iranian.
All right, okay.
So my entire circle is Iranian, etc.
So have you already been to Iran?
Yes, once. It was a bit unusual. It was during COVID, and it's a country, it's incredible. If people can visit one day, since it's not possible now, it's worth seeing.
What are your thoughts on the Mullah's regime? As a Frenchman, what did you observe and feel?
It's unique because, for example, over there, women are required to wear the veil, but they don't want to, so they pretend to wear it. So I saw women, for example, with the veil, but behind the ears, like this, just placed and put behind the ears.
So they avoid trouble if...
Well, then it's not allowed, and so there's a police force, actually, a civilian militia that's in the streets. It's the morality police.
Are you Iranian? So you've lived under that regime?
I experienced both regimes, the Shah's regime and Khamenei's, both of them, yes. And so
What happened when Khamenei came to power?
Khamenei deceived us with his lies.
Really, what had he promised?
Well, when he arrived in Paris, I was a student at the time. He promised a lot of things. I mean, in terms of freedom and democracy. But once he came to power, well, he took everything away from us. He eliminated all political organizations. Women at that time, they weren't looking to adopt the ideology of Islam, but in fact it was an Islamist ideology that took hold. Gradually, women lost their rights. And did you see that? And the others, yes. And before Khamenei, until I was 24,
I was in Iran when women could walk outside without veils.
but at that time, let's not be mistaken, there was only relative freedom. Everyone calls the Shah a dictator, but Europe had dictators too. Franco was in power in Spain, in the Middle East, Iran. For me, at that time, it was a relatively democratic country, even though there was no political freedom. But you must consider the context then.
For example, we saw on television that there were about 2,000 deaths caused by the regime because they killed their own people. But now, according to the official figures from Iranian sources, there would be about 16,500 deaths and a little over 20,000. But that's not certain yet.
Be careful with the numbers because... Yes.
There are many videos, including some shocking ones. I'm not sure if you know about them. For example, in Iran, if the state kills you, they keep the body and you must pay again. Basically, you have to pay for the body of the person who died from your family in order to be able to bury your dead. That's true. It's something experienced by people around. But no, yes. And Islam?
During the Shah's era, what was its role?
He was Muslim, but he wasn't for Islamism. Iranians were Muslim, but they came for the Islamist ideology. They're terrorists in power, they're not Muslims. Me, I'm an atheist. I don't care at all about any religion. I respect religions, but Islamism and ideology I don't respect. I oppose it because those people spread terrorism worldwide. It's not just the Iranians today who are suffering. The Middle East is suffering. The West is suffering. I wonder why today France, Italy, and Spain didn't vote in a way that would have the Revolutionary Guards considered as terrorists. But that being said, right now, we are in a final phase. I'm sure we'll be able to take things into our own hands, but it takes time.
The regime of Khomeini seems to be holding on. From the outside,
There is one thing happening, the separation between the government and the people.
that
They are dead to people now. It's over. Iranians have no more illusions.
would you be in favor of the Americans striking Iran?
Yes, well, yes. Listen, there's a father who threatens his children with a knife, and from time to time he stabs them. What do you mean? Are you waiting for the police or a neighbor to get involved? So that's how we see it. I'm not saying that the supreme leader or the mullahs are our father, but still they occupy our country, so we are the Iranian right wing. We are in favor of a targeted strike, ideally by the United Nations, but if not, by the Americans. I'm in favor of a strike. As you can see, Iranians have protested several times, but sadly, it hasn't changed anything, only deaths and misery.
But on the other hand, there's something else. In addition, every bullet that's found in the body of a member of your family, you have to pay for the bullet. That means if you take a bullet to the heart, the bullet itself has to be paid for.
And 2 bullets, that's twice as much?
Yes, 2, 3, 4, every time you have to pay. Every time there's a bullet, it costs money.
That's true, yes, that's true.
Oh yes, he has videos on the topic. There are also people like those injured in hospitals. It's on Iranian news, actually. He has Iranian channels outside of Iran, and Iranians watch that news. You have Manoto Television and Iran International, so you usually get reliable information. Actually, in hospitals, you have injured people. They're on the verge of dying, but we still treat them. And then the government comes to collect the bodies they want to recover. And when they see that there are people who are about to die, actually, it's not certain yet. They still have, the patches to monitor the heart, etc. Actually, they take these people who aren't dead yet and put them in body bags.
But no,
Yes, there are videos, photos, videos, etc. I swear you can find them. I can share them with you. No problem. It's verifiable. There are videos. You have the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. So the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, it's the Revolutionary Guards, thank you, who are actually dressed with helmets, etc. They're now shooting at the population on site.
There are still a few thousand people, I would say 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, I don't know.
There is one, there are some.
So how are things going here?
What? Oh no, no, oh no.
All right.
Because I'm going back to Iran?
Yes, but that's a topic that is. It's true that you can't talk because you're wearing glasses.
Hats so people can recognize me?
But I blur you out.
Okay.
So if you say things here and you're recognized, if the regime recognizes you, you can't go back to Iran. What happens then? Do you get arrested over there? Is it serious?
Anyway, we think, and it's already been proven, that there are people at the protests who are from the Iranian embassy, who take photos specifically, who gather information, well, who collect information about people, and they give the names to the embassy. And if any of them ever return to Iran at the airport, we have their names, so yes, there will be difficulties, of course.
So it's absolutely necessary that we are not recognized. That's why your wife isn't here?
Yes, she's here, but she doesn't want to appear in front of the camera.
Maybe more people would join the protest if they knew that. Right now, I think the embassy just sent some people to observe, so others are afraid to come.
Yes, because actually there could be repression against our friends and family. If the Iranian government knows or recognizes me and sees I've discussed topics they dislike, they could go after my in-laws who are in Iran just to get revenge, plain and simple.
And we need to blur you out here?
Blur me first, then yes.
It's much better to blur you. Isn't the situation in Iran essentially a geopolitical struggle between the United States, Russia, and China, with Iran siding with China and Russia? If a regime changed, it would turn.
Theorize all that, but we are suffering for democracy. We are fighting for democracy. We don't want ideologies in our region, in our country anymore. We need democracy. We need democratic people in power. Because we have nothing against other people, neither Israelis, nor Palestinians, nor Americans, nor Westerners. The Iranian people are a peaceful people. We have a totalitarian, despotic Islamist regime in power, and we want to get rid of it. After the geopolitical games, I can see it clearly. We can talk about oil, about American interests in the region. I understand all that. There are geopolitical interests, sure, but we shouldn't have to pay for it. We want our independence. We want democracy in our country. Fight for it, and we have nothing against anyone in the world. We want to live in peace and freedom. That's it.
Let's get to the bottom of things, please. What is this Mullah regime? What does it mean? Specifically, when you're in Iran, when you live there, what does it mean?
It means it's a regime where Sharia law rules, so Islamic law with all its good and bad. Anyway, it's a mistake for women and for the people, everything.
Women, in particular, face pressure to go out veiled and similar restrictions.
Yes, exactly. The massacre started 3 years ago with the uprising of Masa Amini 3 years ago. The girls went out into the streets, they burned their veils, and the massacre has continued up until now. And for 2 days, that means it was last Thursday and Friday, they killed more than 20,000 people. Among those people, there were about 50 children, minors, from a little girl of 3 years old up to 17 or 18 years old. And the executions are still going on. And that's why we're here.
With bullets in the back and bullets in the back of the head on people who are fleeing.
We've seen those images of people being publicly hanged. Does that still happen?
That's always existed. I myself saw, when I left my house in Tehran in the morning to go to work, I would see people hanged.
And they were hanged. Why?
There are different reasons. Either they are political prisoners, drug traffickers, or rapists. Well, there are all kinds. But what hurts us the most is the political prisoners who are against the regime, and the regime is considered. When you are against me, it means you are against Allah. So according to Sharia, in Islamic law, you must be killed.
Okay, so now the protest has arrived at the Trocadero. Look at how nice the view is here. Beautiful lighting here. Look, there's a retailer here who's about to speak.
If I made a point of being by your side today at noon, it's in the name of courage.
Hello, sir. Are you here for the protest?
Yes, I'm protesting with you, all right?
Okay, do you know Iran?
Yes, very well, that's right.
You live there very well?
Yes.
So tell me, what is this mullah's regime? What does it mean concretely?
The mullah's regime is made up of dogmatic religious leaders. It's a theocratic regime. They wanted to impose these norms on the Iranian people, while the Iranian people are not a Muslim people. The religion of Iranians is Zoroastrian, and the Islamic religion is imposed on the Iranian people. That is why, for them, Islam is something that came from abroad, from the Arabs, so they cannot really integrate this religion.
Do you think that's the heart of the problem?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's how I see it. From the outside, it seems like Iranians have been Muslims for a long time, Shiites.
No, I mean, Shiite Islam started in the 17th century, imposed on the Iranian people by those who followed the Arabs and the Muslims. So otherwise, the true religion of Iranians is the Zoroastrian religion. And the people who are in power, they are not real Iranians. That is, they don't talk about the Iranian nation, they talk about Umat. Umat is something that is connected to Islam. And the original Iranians, they don't like that. So Iranian culture is different from the culture of those who are crushing, killing, torturing the Iranian people. Long live Iran, long live France.
And we are with you.
Look at that beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower.
Real crimes against humanity.
The protests between the Caderos have always been quite impressive.
They take place in international silence.
Don't let any images leave the country.
That's the reality.
Still, the regime must have public support or it wouldn't remain in power.
Yes, absolutely, because unfortunately Islam was imposed on the Iranian people starting from the 7th century. So religion is integrated into the existence of every Iranian. This regime is more about making the Iranian people cry for people we don't know. See, the imams, the more Arab imams, while the Arab people and the Iranian people are not the same thing.
What you're telling me now, I've already heard it before, that a part of the Iranian population sees the Iranian leaders as foreigners. Actually, that's true.
You're absolutely right.
Hello, madam. What are you doing here?
I would like to say that the world, Europe, the United States, they owe a great debt to the Iranians. They owe a very great debt to the Iranians. For 15 years, Ayatollah Khomeini, the great terrorist, what did he do in France to learn how to destroy Iran? With the Quran, with Islam, with dirty Islam? Macron, you have to break the silence. Macron, you have to break your silence. Don't worry. Europe would have its gas. Europe would have its gasoline. We, the Iranians, we are the ones who stand in great solidarity. We don't let people be cold during the winter. What you did to destroy our country, you owe us a great debt. Macron to us?
To my knowledge, Macron hasn't acted.
Macron hasn't done anything. For 15 years, Ayatollah Khomeini was in Paris. The French, the English, the Americans, they organized, they raised someone like Ayatollah Khomeini so he could learn how to mess things up, how to destroy Iran. Yes, yes, Europe, it owes a great debt to our country.
You're saying that the Europeans are responsible for the situation in Iran with Khomeini?
The states, of course. Of course, they're the ones who trapped our Shah. Of course, our king, they're the ones who trapped our king. Listen, in just a few days, Khomeini killed 23,000 people, but our king, our Shah, he wasn't capable of doing that. He didn't want to kill people. That's why he left Iran. Why did he leave Iran? Because he said we don't want to sell gasoline cheaper in Europe because we want to develop Iran. That's what Europe didn't like. That's what the United States didn't like. That's why they got rid of him. They trapped our... We need your help. When there's bombing, when there are Palestinians, the French are always out in the streets protesting, and we, the French, we need you. Don't forget, we're in the same boat. Take silence. If we remain silent in front of a dictator, we are worse than the dictators. If we remain silent, we are worse than the dictators. Help us, otherwise you too will be sacrificed.
I'm against the genocide and the ethnic cleansing and expulsion of Palestinians from their land.
These regimes never change. I sacrifice myself.
However, I don't support the chat office. I have them through life because I am a Republican.
Is Iran still a distant issue for the French, given their own problems? Why be concerned with others' issues?